At first glance, TikTok and YouTube Shorts both seem like the best options to grow a following with short vertical videos. But when you dig a little deeper, you realize that one of them is far worse than the other.
Like, I hate this platform. Like, just trash. It's garbage to me.
And if the problems laid out in this video aren't solved soon, it might disappear as quickly as it arrived.
So, TikTok or Shorts? Which is better?
In 2021, TikTok generated an estimated $4.6 billion in revenue, which is more than what YouTube was making just a few years ago. And this is a real problem because their creator fund only shares 200 million of that with TikTokers.
When TikTok makes more, creators make less. The slogan writes itself.
That's a great video, and I've linked it below because it explains the underlying problem with the monetization system TikTok developed. They're sharing less than 5% of their revenue with creators. $200 million only represents about $550,000 per day to be split across every creator in the fund. That's not nearly enough to pay millions of creators anything meaningful. As Hank shows us, the creator fund payouts have been shrinking over time as more creators join the fund and the pool of money stays the same.
It's grown. There are more creators, there are more users, TikTok is earning more money, but the pool is the same size. So there are more views with the same number of dollars, so you make fewer dollars per view.
He used to get paid 5 cents per 1,000 views, but now TikTok pays him only half of that. When you look closer, TikTok currently makes about 30 cents per 1,000 views. Yet if they paid in the same way YouTube does, creators like Hank would get paid 16 cents instead of 2.5. But more on that later. First, you might be thinking, why would the creator fund matter if creators can get sponsored and make a lot of money doing it? But it's a lot more complicated than that. Creators on TikTok, especially smaller ones, can't seem to reliably monetize with sponsors either, because something is causing the market for brand deals to suffer.
I find with TikTok, it's like the market is extremely devalued because there's creators who kind of understand like what they should be charging, and then there's other creators who'll take like $100 or a free deal. Instead of a company, let's say, giving mid-tier size creators, let's say give them 10K, they don't do that anymore because they could go to a bunch of creators and be like, oh, here's $100. So there's no market there.
So creator funds aren't looking too good right now, and they should be having a much bigger impact on creators' revenue. But there was some recent news that really made me lose faith in how these companies are running their funds.
Creators making money using Instagram Reels say their payouts have been slashed in recent weeks, and target metrics for monetization have ballooned. According to Financial Times, payments are down as much as 70% per view.
This is the core problem with a static fund. If these platforms can make up fund numbers all they want, creators can't confidently rely on them and they won't stick around for the long haul. There's something else you should know. Up until this point, I've been really negative towards TikTok due to the way their creator fund is ran. But the truth is that they're not the only ones doing this. Even YouTube has a serious problem because they have one too. So in terms of monetization, Shorts is no better than TikTok. Only this time it's different. Sure, it's the only way creators can monetize with Shorts at the moment, but the good news is that won't be true forever. As confirmed by the CEO herself, the YouTube Creator Fund is temporary.
I don't want to give any secrets out
But
yet.
maybe short funds aren't permanent.
I don't think they're permanent.
Now, you might want to know, what would a better system look like? Well, when TikTok picks a number to pay creators that's only a tiny fraction of their revenue, YouTube does something completely different with its non-shorts videos. In 2021, YouTube generated nearly $30 billion just from ad revenue, and they didn't share $2.5 billion with creators. No, they shared more than half of it, or about $16 billion funding creator businesses all across YouTube. This is because as soon as you become a YouTube partner, they pay you 55% of any revenue your videos earn them, making it a fixed percentage share instead of an arbitrary pool of money. Now, YouTube might beat TikTok in creator monetization, but TikTok creators have even more problems than that because the platform seems to be unfairly blocking videos.
TikTokers are a little bit terrified of the platform because moderation is really haphazard, and there's lots of stories, and I've witnessed it myself, of people just kind of losing their accounts and not being able to do anything about it and not knowing why it happened and being told why it happened and knowing that it's not a good reason, and that like there was a mistake or like a typographical error or something, and just like an account with 1 million followers is just gone.
Zach is one of many creators dealing with weird suspensions and has been struggling with so many unexplained community violations that he's about to be permanently banned.
I am pretty close to being banned on TikTok. I don't know exactly how the community violations work. I try to be really careful around topics that include like death or violence or anything like that. If there is a video that includes that, I blur stuff out. I've had like 3 or 4 videos taken down, which translates to strikes on my account. I don't know. I'm starting to like really rethink my strategy on TikTok because I feel like I could get permanently banned at some point. YouTube is chill. Like I've had no issues with YouTube.
Zach isn't the only creator I spoke with being censored on TikTok.
TikTok, it just feels like censorship, and like content needs to be a certain way, and you can't say certain things or you can't do certain things, or else, we won't push your video.
Moderation as a whole is a serious problem on TikTok, and the full story is far more sinister than unexplained bans alone. In 2020, reporters at The Intercept obtained internal documents that basically instructed moderators to suppress users deemed too poor and unattractive. No kidding, guidelines showed rules around suppressing videos depicting undesirable physical appearances and dilapidated environments because, quote, if the character's appearance or shooting environment is not good, the video will be much less attractive and not worth being recommended to new users. Within these documents, several places indicated the reasoning behind this kind of content blocking to be the need to retain users and grow the app. While TikTok spokesperson Josh Gartner claims that these policies are no longer in use, it's certainly a worrying sign of TikTok's priorities. At the end of the day, TikTok is still making a lot of money right now, and even though they're not going away anytime soon, this clip perfectly illustrates why they'll continue to lose to YouTube if they don't change their ways.
Have you been approached to be independent of something like that? Because you're so big at this point, you could have your own servers, your own website, your own deals with advertisers where you get 100% of the revenue rather than,
I love YouTube. I mean, like, you got to think about it like YouTube comes pre-installed on Android.
Right.
Obviously Google owns YouTube, or Alphabet, but also Google, and so people go there through Google. I mean, like, all roads point to YouTube.
Yeah.
I love being the biggest creator on YouTube. I fuck going and doing my own thing. That sounds stupid. Like, hell no. Like, I can have one of the largest audiences in the world, and I instead of thinking about building my own platform, I'd rather think about building businesses leveraging my audience off of YouTube, like Beast Burger and our snack brand and other stuff like that.
Even though he totally could, Mr. Beast doesn't want to build his own video platform and take all of the revenue. He actually loves YouTube. YouTube consistently provides a great deal of value to him, and he never wants to leave it. Contrast that to creators on TikTok, and take one look and you'll see many of them are trying to make the move over to YouTube. But you don't really see many YouTubers trying to prioritize TikTok. I'll ask you this. Does TikTok appear to be doing everything it can to support all of their creators? Even though the future of YouTube Shorts might look bright, there are still more undiscussed problems with monetizing short-form content. So if you want to avoid some major headache before you upload your next short, watch this video. See you next week.